Now when you get to this point, if you can see, you only have a little part of the bangle left. Now this is the time you just go a little over, use your pair of scissors, and then cut. You might be needing this to do something else, so don't throw the piece. Okay, now we wrap both sides like this. Make sure it's equal, and then we do the final wrap. You do another one again like this, and then bring it in. Make sure that when you cut, this part doesn't stick out here, and it also doesn't stick out on the surface, but bring it in here, fold it, and then you're going to stitch this part on the inside with the needle and the thread to make sure that it stays in place. Okay, now let's do that fast. Okay, now the first one is ready. Always remember, when you're doing your stitching and then you're closing the last part of it, make sure you do a strong knot at the edge so you don't wear it and then only to find out that the thread ripped off and then you'll have to change to wear something else. So always make sure you sew it very strong on the inside, neatly, and take your time. So here we go. This is the finished product of the first bangle that we did. Now we're going to do another one using the other part of the material, and then after that I'll show you another different way of making bangles using a flower, and then at the end of the day you can always decide which one you want to choose. Let's do the second one fast. Follow the step as before. Start by folding this part of it so you always have a fine edge. Put it on like this. There's a self edge, so you wouldn't want that to show when you're doing your bangles. So always make sure this is on the inside. Round, out. Remember, fold. You go again. Out. Remember to fold. Just like the first one we did, you can see that now you can have different colors. You could see the brown, and then as you go on, the white, it's starting to come out, and then you can see some little mustard on the inside. Unfortunately, it's not on the outside, but hopefully by the time we're finished, you'll have a little twist of color with this one. Okay. Yes, there it is. As I said, measure and then cut. Now, when you do the final wrap, you will realize because you've been folding just this part, this edge might be a little rough. So when you're doing the last fold, make sure you also fold this part of it like this. And then pull. Fold this part and then pull it on the inside. This is it. We do the stitching again. Use the scissors and then cut. Now, this is the second bangle. It was white, and then now we've turned it to brown, white, off-white, and then gold. Now, it's the same fabric as this one, but as I said, you are advised to choose a material that you can either use this side to make this one, or you can also use the other side of the material to make this other one. Now we just have one more to do, and that is with the shiny fabric that I told you that you can use it to make a bangle that you can wear at night. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put accessories on this one, and that is this piece of flower is what I'm going to attach on this bangle at the end of the demonstration. Now let's do the last one. Put these things aside, and then this time around I'll be using this bangle. Let's go. And then remember, measure and then cut. Now remember, when you're doing the last part, as I said, you fold the other side too because it's the final touch. Pull to cover this edge that is not too neat. You pull it on the inside, and then you do the stitching on the outside first, Now it has been covered, and then what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this flower and then sew it on this side to make it look like a really nice bangle. If you don't want something that is too much, too loud, you can always decide to take the feathers out and then make it a lot more simpler. Or if you want something loud and then you want something that's always flashy and outstanding, you can decide to leave the feathers on it. So let's just stitch this on the bangle and make it look a lot better. That's what it looks like. You have a nice bangle which has a flower on it. Now what I'm going to do right now is I'll take my wristwatch off and then wear this just to show you how it's going to look on someone's hand. There you go. Simple and easy. Let's try the other ones out. Okay, this is it. If you want it to be a lot better, you can always do 2 or 3, so you can have 1, 2, 3. I think that would look a lot nicer, especially for the ladies. We'll do the last one. And there, you can also do 2 or 3 for this one. After that, on the DIY show, this is what we have today. As I said, for this kind of demonstration, you'll need a pair of scissors, you'll need thread, you'll need needle, and then you'll need a beautiful piece of fabric. You can always decide to try this at home. It's the DIY show. We bring you new things every time, and then it's all about making sure that you don't spend a lot of money unnecessarily. You can always get old things and then turn them into something new. I'll put this on my hand and then we'll see how you can have beautiful, nice bangles on the DIY show. I thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very good and nice weekend. And as I always say, I promise I'll come up with something more interesting the next time I come on the show. I am Aisha Chidaba. Thanks for watching and go on making bangles for the whole of the weekend. I'll be looking forward to seeing lots of these around town. Bye-bye.
Well, viewers, I'm afraid that's where we're going to take leave of you. Until we come your way next week, I am Tijan Jane.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Bye-bye for now. Until we come your way next time.
And the French will say au revoir.
Au revoir.